I think sir has joined.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good
Welcome in
afternoon.
the session.
Thank you. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Uh, Ma'am, you can start now.
Once again, I welcome you all for the second session of this STTP Phase 2. Today, we have with us Dr. Nilesh Ugemuge as a speaker for this session. On behalf of Gurunanak College of Pharmacy and AICT, I welcome you, sir. Before we start the session, it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Nilesh Ugemuge, sir. Dr. Nilesh Ugemuge is working as Assistant Professor in Department of Physics at Anand Niketan College, Anandwan, Varora. Along with teaching, presently he is a SPOC for NPTEL and SWAYAM. Before joining this prestigious organization, he worked as Head Department of Applied Physics and student coordinator for first year with Priyadarshini College of Engineering, Nagpur. Also faculty advisor ISTE student chapter. He has been awarded PhD in physics and PhD in management from RTM Nagpur University. He has qualified 7 times UGC NET examination in the field of management and social work. He has also cleared SET examination. He was awarded MSc Physics. He has completed post-graduation diploma in Human Resource Management with first rank, MI RPM, MA Economics, MA Public Administration, MSW, B.Ed and BSc from Nagpur University. Also completed DVM and CVM Vedic Mathematics from Sanskrit Vidyapit Ramtek. He has published 15 books and edited 30 plus books for various universities with HPH and DNA publication. Also published monograms with IGI Global USA. Sir has published several research papers in various international journals. He is reviewer for various international journals. He is an on editorial board of DNA publication. He is empaneled trainers at MCED for Entrepreneurship Development Program. He is associated with various professional bodies, namely ISTE, LSI, IA Engineering, SSUN, etc. With this, I request Dr. Nilesh Ugemuge to proceed with his talk.
Yeah, thank you, Valde ma'am, for introduction, and thank you, Principal Guru Nanak College of Pharmacy, and Budankar ma'am for inviting me to deliver session in this AICT sponsored workshop or the faculty development program. So again, this is my second lecture in this course. So I will be sharing my thought in continuation with previous one, wherein I have been discussed. I have shared some of the things about motivation, leadership, and teamwork, and how these all things will be leading to entrepreneurs, or how entrepreneurs can implement these all kinds of management practices for gaining or for maximizing the profit or the wealth. So with this today also I will be sharing some of the thoughts related to entrepreneurship. Just I would like to share my screen so with which we can proceed. Yeah, ma'am, please enable me so that I can share my screen.
Yes. You can share, sir.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
are
Thank
opposed
you.
now.
Thank you. Thank you. Just a minute. Last time I left my presentation till the topic of entrepreneurship. So I will proceed from that moment, wherein I wanted to share a lot of thoughts which I have developed and I want to share or the float about entrepreneurship or how to create a wealth and all by using variety of instruments like trading or mutual funds, or there are so many ways. But as a faculty, we are not concentrating on these all, and we are not teaching to our students as well. If we are dealing with these all aspects and we are talking or we are sharing ideas about these all aspects to our students, then definitely they will think about the entrepreneurship. They are not going to think only for continuation of their career as an employee and all like that. So that is what just I wanted to share in my today's presentation. So yes, just a minute. Yeah. Dear friends, yes, I would like to start with this. दुनिया का हर शौक पाला नहीं जाता, दुनिया का हर शौक पाला नहीं जाता, कांच के खिलौने को उछाला नहीं जाता, मेहनत करने से हो जाती है मुश्किलें आसान, क्योंकि हर काम तकदीर पर टाला नहीं जाता. दोस्तों, कोई भी एंटरप्रेन्योर देखोगे तुम, वर्ल्ड के कोई भी एंटरप्रेन्योर, दैट डे आई हैव शेयर्ड सम ऑफ द एग्जांपल्स लाइक स्टीव जॉब्स. And if we see the journey of people like Steve Jobs or Dhirubhai Ambani, then we all are witness for their hurdles, for their struggle for creating the existence or the perspiration what they have. So, dear friends, don't only rely on your takdir or what we can say like a faith and all. So, just we need to work hard. We need to develop our KSS. That is what again my keyword. I just today also I would like to spread this. So, in today's session, I will be sharing some of the ideas about entrepreneurship. As an entrepreneurs, how do we think? How do we think? Because when we think about entrepreneurs, then we are not thinking or restricted to our own profit only. We have to think for our employee. We have to think for our shareholders. We have to think for our various stakeholders, and we have to maximize or gain a profit for each and everyone. So, dear friends, that is why people are saying entrepreneurship is a very difficult task, because wherein on a particular entrepreneur or on a single entrepreneur, the number of people are depending. So that is why we need to work for so many people, for country, for society, and that is why we have to explore our views in 360-degree, and that is what a requirement. And for that, as we know, when we are entering into domain of entrepreneurship, which means that we have to proceed for startups. And nowadays, if you have patent for any of the processes or the product, and with that also you can start your startup. And nowadays there are certain ways of beginning of our startups like incubation center. And this is a very popular concept nowadays in IITs or NITs. They are having their incubation center wherein any of the student can start their business as soon as completion of their graduation or the post graduation or the doctoral degree. So that is what kind of availability or the resources nowadays available. You may be knowing the concept of Atal Incubation Center, AIC. So, being a faculty, my dear friends, we have to think about this. We have to start such kind of centers at our institutions so that we can compete with the institutions, or we call it as a premier institutions. So that is what another perspective I wanted to share. And the latter perspective, or in third stage, I will be sharing about technology transfer. As we know, we are developing technology, but we are not in so many cases there is restriction in transfer of technology. People used to develop their technology, but they are not transferring, or they are not converting their technologies into product. So that is what we have to think, and that is what we have to proceed. So I will be sharing my views about it. And whenever we are thinking about entrepreneurship, as already I have been shared, we have to think for building a profit. We have to think for maximization of profit and all like that. So that is what the first and prior most aim of any of the entrepreneur. Another thing, entrepreneur must have the freedom from the limits of standardized pay for standardized work, as we have, as we all belongs to the faculty, or we may belong to the teaching domain, or as an employee in any of the organization or anywhere. So we are restricted to do. If you yeah, we are bounded with a certain framework, but entrepreneurs are not. And that is why they have freedom to take their own decisions. They have freedom to start their own ventures at their whatever the place they want to. So these all kinds of the freedom they can enjoy. Then they can enjoy the independence, freedom from supervision and the rules of bureaucratic organizations. As we know, although it may be government, although it may be private, so everyone or the in every setup there is a certain rules, there is certain standard of working. So we are binding to work within that kind of the framework or the frame of reference. So entrepreneurs have the independence, they can enjoy what they want to. Yeah, and again, staying satisfying way of life as a freedom from routine, boring, and challenging jobs and all. So even though you may be knowing, my dear friends, there are certain terms like diversification. People once they are getting bored from a business they carrying out. So what they are doing, they are going for new kind of business, and that is what we call a diversification. And for that they are going for certain techniques like acquisition, mergers. Yeah, there are so many things. So that kind of practices is there as an entrepreneur, but not as a faculty we have. So my dear friends, so we have to think about that so that we can enter into the domain of entrepreneurship. Now there are certain drawbacks as well. So certain simple drawbacks in the sense what we can say inadequacies. So simply we can say uncertainty of income. As we know, we are certain, है ना, मतलब as we know कि every month if we work for a month, then we must get salary in the next month as per the as per the consent, or as per the contract in between the employer and employee. But they have the uncertainty of the income. Then risk of losing entire investment. As dear friends, you may be knowing, there is a saying in management, or there is a saying in business: if you can run your business for 1,000 days, then definitely you will be able to survive in your entire life. So till 1,000 days, dear friends, there is a risk of losing your entire investment, whatever you have put into that. So this is one kind of inadequacies is there. Then long hours and hard work, my dear friends. Initially, yes, enjoying is good. Enjoying is a very nice word which we can think about entrepreneurs and how they are enjoying, how they are traveling with Mercedes, Audi, and Jaguar and all. But dear friends, initially they have put lot of efforts, they have done lot of hard work to enjoy these all kinds of the things. And that is what we have to think. At least 1,000 days, at least 1,000 days they are not we can say they are not sleeping at all. So this is what kind of things we have to accept it. Then lower quality of life until the business gets established. As we know, so many entrepreneurs initially they must travel by bike or a very small car. So they don't have any kind of lavish kind of the life initially, but in latter stages they must enjoy and the complete responsibility of their enterprise. As already I told you, the so many people are yes dependent on the entrepreneurs. So that is why we have to think for these all peoples whenever we are going for any kind of the entrepreneurship. And dear friends, as we if we think about entrepreneurs, they must have certain they must have to cherish certain characteristics. As we know, they must have passion for gaining, passion for establishing certain enterprise. Then the persistence, as we know, they must be persistence for what they want to create. Then high need for achievement. They must always they have a high desire or the killing instinct to achieve something in their life, and they always have a dodge pursuit for achieving what they want to achieve. Then willingness to take measured risk. So measured risk, this is a very buzzword. So dear friends, they always take risk, but the good entrepreneurs are always take the measured risk. Then the self confidence and self reliance is really essential whenever they are entering, or we are entering into the field of entrepreneurship. Then a high energy level that must be there, है ना, कि अपन इवनिंग में भी कोई एंटरप्रेन्योर को देखते तो वो उतना ही फ्रेश दिखेगा जितना मॉर्निंग में था. So that kind of attitude, that kind of what we can say body language should be possessed by any of the entrepreneurs and all, so that they can show their high energy level so that their employees can motivate to work hard. So desired for responsibility, as we know, for the desire for responsibility, accountability, all can be taken by the entrepreneurs. Now, dear friends, now I am coming to very important slides wherein I want to share my ideas about entrepreneurship. So think whatever age you have. So already I have shared E square MC theory in my last lecture, I think. So now just think, now you can relate wherever, whatever age, wherever, whatever stage we have. But now just decide you want to, or we want to retire young and rich. So if you want to retire young and rich, then how do we go? So we have to create our money blueprint. And what exactly mean by money blueprint? So at what age, how much amount of money is required for us? So that is what we called as a money blueprint. And dear friends, initially, as I told you, when I connect myself to the E square MC formula, then at that moment I thought I just want to retire at the age of 45 or 50, not more than 50. And what is the meaning of retirement, my dear friends? Simply, it is the meaning of retirement is how much we are getting after retirement. If we are doing job till 60, then we know we may be getting like and in our private sector there is no such kind of things for getting a pension and all. But if we are talking about government sector, they have a provision of pensions. So they are, how much they are getting? If they are drawing a salary like 2 lakhs at the end of their retirement, they must be getting like 1 lakh. So for that, for getting 1 lakh, how much you need in your bank? So probably around 1 cr or like 1.5 cr, so that you must get 1 lakh per month simply. And for that, dear friends, we need to work hard at, so that at whatever age we have decided, which may be 45, which may be 50, till that age we have to savings, we have to create our savings and investments so that we can create passive income. We can create passive income from our own investment, and in that way we must have a certain blueprint. And then on the basis of that, without any kind of hesitation, we can take retirement from our routine work as well, and so many people are doing. So this is what kind of blueprint. Please prepare and please go ahead with certain instruments and try to work hard as well to achieve that. Another thing is, the second thing is, money should work for you. As I already told you, if we have investment, which means that whatever invested money, that must work for you, for us. How? As we know, the money is loyal employee. As we know, dear friends, if we invest 1 cr in different instruments like a bank FD, or any of the real estate, or just buying certain property so that that property can give you the rent. I may be sharing the theory of rent as well with you. So yes, if we invest or in some of the mutual funds or the shares and all, so in that way, if we have a proper allocation of fund, then dear friends, we know from 1 crore, more than 1 lakh or 1.5 lakhs we can earn per month. But we need to think about it. And being a Maharashtrian, we are not thinking, because I'm telling you, my dear friends, when I did MBA from Ahmedabad, at that moment I realized, being a Maharashtrian, I was thinking, so trading is just like a gambling, and I was not looking towards my friend, those who were doing the trading. And I thought always, yes, what they are doing, yeah, it's not a good. And now they become richer. Now they have their a different kind of journey, and where we are, as we know, where I am. So simply we have to think, we have to respect whatever instruments, whatever yes, money making tricks is there, and we have to proceed with that. So dear friends, with this मैंने अभी एक आपको नाम लिया था कि theory of rent. So अपन कहाँ गलत होते हैं, I want to share with you कि theory of rent में क्या करते हैं अपन. जैसे मैं आपको, जैसे this is what one kind of the passive income. तो अपन क्या करते हैं कि अपने पास suppose if we have if we have additional income, or just we can say the amount which is being saved after expenses, then what we do, if we have the home, if we have the flat, then also we are going for next flat ना, अपन सेकंड फ्लैट के लिए जाते हैं. सेकंड फ्लैट लेके क्या करते हैं, अपन पता है अपने को कि 45 लाख 50 लाख का फ्लैट लेने के लिए अपने को पता है कि वी आर पेइंग 50,000 EMI पर मंथ. बट कैन यू टेल मी डियर फ्रेंड्स, इज इट गुड? इट्स अ वेरी रॉन्ग प्रॉपर्टी. और अगर 50 lakhs का फ्लैट आपने सेकंड सेकंड फ्लैट, एक तो है आपके पास रहने के लिए, फिर भी आपने एक एडिशनल करके खरीदा है, तो 50 खरीदते हैं, तो really are you getting 50,000 per month rent from that? Answer is no. I'm telling you, my dear friends, my so many friends has a property where I'm staying in Nagpur. They are getting the rent at max for 50 lakhs property. They are getting at max like a 10,000 or the 15,000 per month, not more than that. I hope you all are agree with me. है ना? If our so is it good property? So answer is no. Then the question arises, what we do? So dear friends, simply we have to go ahead or we have to buy a shop in any of the market or any of the road, so that we know the shop, the size of shop is maybe 200 square feet, only 200 square feet, and the cost is like a 20 lakhs or 30 lakhs. But dear friends, let me tell you, 30 lakhs वाला आपका शॉप जो भी है वो आपको मंथली 20,000 रुपीज मंथ पक्का देके जाएगा, बट आपका 50 लाख का फ्लैट देके नहीं जाएगा. So in that way, just think about the property, how to create the property, how to create a wealth, and what this exactly kind of the things is always done by the entrepreneurs, and we have to learn from them. They are always doing the things like that, and though winners are not different, they are doing things differently. That is why they are winner, they are entrepreneurs. So think about it. And last one, dear friends, one more thing comes from the retire young and rich. Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. So just simply again, so many friends may be knowing about the SIP calculator and what will be the impact of SIP. And I'm not going for only SIP, but if you think as a traditional investor और थोड़ा सा risk taking capacity है, तो थोड़ा सा SIP calculator डाउनलोड करिए या कोई भी SIP कैलकुलेटर पुट करिए, है ना, जैसे म्यूचुअल फंड से ये .com से या कोई भी या moneycontrol.com से, और उसमें आप पुट करिए कि हाउ मच यू वांट टू इन्वेस्ट. सपोज इफ यू इन्वेस्ट 20,000 per month, then after 10 years how much amount you will be generating down the line. Like again you can think about after 20 years, after 30 years, or at the age of your retirement, if you are of 30 means 30 साल में आप कितने पैसे बना सकते हो. And that is why Einstein always says the compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. I will be sharing one slide how much amount you will be able to generate. तो ये थोड़ा सा धीरे धीरे अपने को अपने थॉट प्रोसेस से बाहर निकल के सोचना पड़ेगा, और अपने बच्चों को भी, अपने जो स्टूडेंट्स है उनमें भी वो इम्बाइब करना पड़ेगा, so that they will think in a some different dimensions. So I will be sharing, because our education system, what we are teaching, what is given in syllabus only. And as we know, and we are focusing, and our students as well, they are also focusing on examination only. If we ask them a single question after having a 1 hour class, even though I'm taking number of sessions, and if I ask questions, I may be getting 1 or 2 questions. Really, everyone has questions, but they are hesitating. Why? Dear friends, really it's a requirement, or it's a today's requirement to have a dialogue, not like a monologue. तो इसके साथ अपने को जाना पड़ेगा. And this is what kind of our education system. We are teaching same thing to each and everyone. We are not talking, we are not thinking about their competencies. We are not thinking about their competencies, what kind of competencies they have, and on the basis of their competencies where they can be. That we are not thinking at all, and that is why what kind of problem arises. Nobody is as we know, the 50% students are not employable, and that we are blaming to them only. We are not taking the risk, or we are not accepting that there may be certain fault of ours as well. So we can change certain systems, we can give certain inputs for their career as well. So as simply these slides suggest that as a teacher, what we do, we are teaching same thing to same. We are not categorizing them on the basis of their interest. So dear friends, last year I have developed one model, and that just yes, because of corona, just I am trying to implement with the help of online and all. So I am trying to categorize my students. Suppose you have a batch of 60, then ask them their primary interest, whether they want to go for the industry as an employee, or they want to prepare for competitive examination, or they want to go for their higher education like M.Pharm hai, after MBA and all like that, or the PhD hai, or whether they want to become entrepreneur. So let them categorize and develop a module, so that as the institutions we can develop a certain module, so that they will be aware about that, so that we can provide such kind of sessions to those who are interested in that particular domain. तो ये इस तरीके के धीरे धीरे चीजें अगर अपन थोड़ा सा चेंज करेंगे, थोड़ा सा वे से बाहर जाके सोचेंगे, तो डेफिनेटली थिंग्स विल बी चेंजिंग. and we are not going to tell, or we are not going to say the education system is worst. Dear friends, what exactly the education system? Education system is only just made by us, and we are the part of education system. तो ये सारे चीजें अपन उनके ऊपर अगर इम्बाइब करेंगे, अगर उनको अपन उनमें इनकलकेट करेंगे, तो डेफिनेटली वी कैन सी अ बेटर रिजल्ट इन कमिंग फ्यूचर्स, and we can see number of entrepreneurs, they can change the world. So that, as we know, basically what exactly entrepreneur do, they at the same time they are optimizing their profit, but they are creating alternatives, and because of creation of alternatives by entrepreneurs, the people can enjoy a very high quality goods in a cheaper price. That is what the fundamental of entrepreneurship. और यही फंडामेंटल्स अपने को अपने स्टूडेंट से या अपने को खुद ये करना है, बाहर निकालना है या उसके साथ काम करना है. दिस इज व्हाट काइंड ऑफ एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप. डियर फ्रेंड्स, सिंपली देयर इज अ गुड लाइन कि जब तक अध्ययन का मकसद सिर्फ नौकरी पाना हो, तब तक हमारे समाज में सिर्फ नौकर पैदा होंगे, मालिक नहीं. My dear friends, we want to create Malik. We want to create owner of industries. We don't want to create employee. So, my dear friends, we have to change modus operandi of education system. We have to. Anyone has start their mic. So can you mute?
भेलकर सर तुमचा ऑडिओ बंद करा.
Yeah. Thank you. So, my dear friends, we have to change our perspectives toward education. So, we have to think, we have to create our students as entrepreneurs. We don't want to create them as an employee. मैं जैसे हमेशा बोलता था कि when I was working with engineering college, so at a very initial stage when I was a part of admission process and all, so parents reached to us and they were asking, so how much campus placement is there? So just I was saying to my students the similar kind of joke. एक जैसा कॉलेज रहता है, कॉलेज में ऐसे ही पेरेंट्स आते हैं और बोलते हैं कि यहाँ पे कितना कैंपस प्लेसमेंट होता है, तो एक जन वहाँ पे बैठा हुआ बोलता है, देखो दिस इज माय कैंपस प्लेसमेंट, एंड ही वाज सिक्योरिटी गार्ड ऑफ दैट कॉलेज. सो माइट बी, डियर फ्रेंड्स, दिस माइट बी द जोक, but really we don't have to think for that, because what is our perspective, what exactly we wanted to create? We wanted to create entrepreneurs, we want to create entrepreneurs, and that is why we have to work for that. And now, dear friends, I will be sharing 5 secrets of 1% people. And who are they? 1% people कौन है? 1% people? They are the entrepreneurs, and they are deciding whatever blazer I have weared, which might be by Parks or the Park Avenue or any of the brand like a Raymond or anything like that, or the BlackBerry. Who has decided to to create that? Because that entrepreneur has decided which clothes I am going to wear, which earphone I am going to use, that has been decided by the Samsung, or which mobile I am going to use, that has been decided by the company who has manufactured that. We are not, मतलब जो consumer है, they are not going to decide what they are only selecting from the available options, nothing more than that. So dear friends, there are certain secrets, or the 5 secrets of 1% people. 1% जो लोग हैं ना, उनके कुछ secrets है. What they are the entrepreneurs. They have investment knowledge, जिसकी मैंने बात किया था मेरे पहले स्लाइड्स में, कि उनको इन्वेस्टमेंट नॉलेज क्या होता है, कि कहाँ पे कब और कितना इन्वेस्ट करना है, कौन से यहाँ पे आज वी नो वी मे बी विटनेस. डियर फ्रेंड्स, रियली लेट मी सजेस्ट यू द स्कैम 1992 बाय हर्षद मेहता. तो थोड़ा सा एक रियलिटी भी शेयर मार्केट की जान लीजिए. यू कैन सी दैट वेब सीरीज, you will come to know what exactly. But now the trend has been changed. Now entirely trade has been changed. As people are saying, 90% people losses money and only 10% gain. But why 10% people gain the money out of share market or the from the mutual funds? Why and how? Because they knows the knowledge, they knows the investment knowledge, they knows where at what time we have to stop. So that kind of thing we have to learn being academicians, so that we can impart among our students, and our students can go ahead with that kind of the path as well. So my dear friends, they knows the money management skill, as they knows the money management skill, how to manage the money. जैसे कि suppose if they are earning like 100%, so out of which they are saving and investing 50%, and they are only spending 50% for their expenses and all like that. So that kind of categorically they are thinking. So we have to. So and what we do, अपन तो पहले करते हैं कि पहले खर्चा करते हैं, बचा हुआ इन्वेस्टमेंट सोचते हैं. These are the people, they are thinking first for the investment, and then they are spending spending from the return which they are getting out of their investment. And dear friends, I am doing the same thing nowadays. So that is why I never hesitate to spend much more money, only because I have invested in a variety of instruments. I took a benefit of COVID-19 situation from the market, and now I know with that I can enjoy my next 2 years whenever I want to drive a car, so I don't have any kind of problem to drive a car like that. Everyone has. So that kind of philosophy we have to develop. देन माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, मनी एट द मतलब मनी एट द रेट वर्क पैसिव इनकम, जिसके बारे में मैंने बात किया था कि मनी इज अ लॉयल एम्प्लॉय. दे आर नॉट स्लीपिंग, दे आर नॉट स्लीपिंग एट ऑल, दे आर ऑलवेज जनरेटिंग रेवेन्यूज फॉर यू. If you are investing in bank, if you are doing FD, as we know, so you must be getting whatever the agreement in between the bank and us for that kind of investment and all. So my dear friends, think about it. Then one more thing I would like to emphasize here: drive your own vehicle, do not trust anyone. So let's take your own decision, do not trust anyone. So you take your own decisions. And again, my brother always says, let's take a decision and then prove whether you have taken your decision is right or wrong. So not the right or wrong, whether you have taken whatever decision you have taken, that is the right decision. So whatever decision you want to take it and then prove, yes, I have taken a decision and that decision is the right decision. And one thing I want to share, pay yourself first. So as we know, the entrepreneurs, they pay as what exactly we are doing, or most of the Marathi people doing. If we are working for some of the venture or as an enterprise, then what we are doing? Suppose we have earned 1 lakh at the end of the month, then we are thinking, "Arey yaar, we have earned a profit of 1 lakh." But really, that is what your salary you might be getting before entering into your own venture. So initially you have to withdraw, or you have to just take away your own salary, and then you think about your profit. That will be your real profit. So my dear friends, these all 5 secrets cherished by most of the entrepreneurs that I have gained from variety of the various books which I am reading frequently. So my dear friends, I hope you can implement these all things for the betterment of yourself, as well as for the betterment of your students as well. So we have to think in that perspective. So as we know, dear friends, saving would prevent poverty. It is the investment that would lead to riches. As we know, it's a very good and very nice saying or the adage. So we have to think about it. So as we know, dear friends, there is a 7R theory of wealth creation. I think I might be shared with you in last slide, last sessions. Simply, dear friends, I will be highlighting, or I will be just collecting some of the ideas out of that. Simply, my dear friends, try to create your pipeline. So don't be a bucket carrier, be a pipeline. So there is one good book, like a parable of pipeline by Burke Hedges. And in that book, the one story is given by Bruno and Paulo. तो जैसे कि गांव में एक जैसे कि बहुत बड़ा ये आता है कि पानी पानी है ना, जिसको तो पानी पानी की जैसे कि डिफिशियंसी ऑफ वाटर हैज बीन क्रिएटेड. सो व्हाट दे अनाउंसेस, वो लोग अनाउंस करते हैं कि गांव में जो भी अनएम्प्लॉयड है तो वो काम कर सकते हैं करके. तो एक ब्रूनो और पाउलो दो दोस्त रहते हैं, दोनों भी एक्सेप्ट करते हैं, ठीक है बोलते हैं अभी काम नहीं है, काम तो करना पड़ेगा. उनके गांव से कुछ दूर पे एक तालाब रहता है, वहां से बकेट बकेट भर के पानी लाना रहता है. दोनों भी साथ में शुरू करते हैं, जितने बकेट पानी लाएंगे उतना पैसे मिलेगा. बट आफ्टर सम टाइम पीरियड दैट पाउलो डिसाइडेड, और पाउलो थॉट, अरे यार बोलते कितने दिन अपन ऐसा करेंगे, बोलते कि बकेट से पानी लाना, बकेट से पानी. इफ वी इंस्टॉल अ पाइपलाइन देन व्हाट विल हैपन, सो दैट विल बी इजियर जॉब. तो ब्रूनो बोलता नहीं नहीं, अपना काम है क्या, ये तो बहुत सारे लोग हैं उन्होंने किया होता, या म्यूनिसिपालिटी ने किया होता, अपना काम है क्या. फिर भी वो जिद्दी होता है, जैसे कि एंटरप्रेन्योर जिद्दी होते हैं, वैसा ही वो जिद्दी होता है. तो वो क्या सोचता है कि यस ठीक है ना, बोलते वो देन ही गोज टू सम ऑफ द इन्वेस्टर्स, उनके साथ बात करता है, उनके साथ उनको उनका प्लानिंग कंप्लीट प्रोजेक्ट उनको समझाता है, और उससे कितना मतलब रेवेन्यू जनरेट होगा ये भी समझाता है. सो एट दैट मोमेंट देन he just work for installation of pipeline, wherein Bruno used to work for what he was doing since beginning. So, and what will be the resultant of that? And now there is the installation of pipeline by Paulo. And what happened nowadays, जिसको भी पानी चाहिए, पाउलो अपना नल खोलता है, उसको पानी देता है, उतने पैसे लेता है. ब्रूनो अभी बकेट भर लाएगा तभी पानी बेचेगा. So my dear friends, कि don't be a bucket carrier, be a pipeline. Now what will happen? एक हो गया कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, दूसरे गांव में सेम प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट हो गया, इसको ही कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मिला, तीसरे गांव में, चौथे गांव में, पांचवें गांव में. Now you will become richer. ब्रूनो वही कर रहा है. It's the only difference of thought process, and we have to change our mindset. We have to change. We have to shift from the whatever our recent paradigm to the another paradigm. So it's all about paradigm shifting. So think about pipeline. Don't be a bucket carrier. Dear friends, again one more line is a very beautiful line. Poor people work and rich people network. Create a network uh, of the people where or like-minded people, what I am saying, or just you try to reach the people those who are above you. अपना क्या होता है, अपन तो बोलते हैं यार ठीक है ना, ये अपना दोस्त उसी के साथ रहेंगे, क्यों भाई, why do you want to stay? Just try to create a network of your like-minded people. Just say now you can think I am in a network of this Guru Nanak Pharmacy College only because of delivering one session at Guru Nanak Pharmacy College. Now means in that way we can have a network so that we can have exchange of ideas. जैसे अभी now I know Bodhankar ma'am has recently awarded a patent, so I can take her help when someone want to file a patent or someone has a creation or the develop a product or processes, and then I can ask ma'am, can you help me? Or and definitely I know the ma'am will help me. So in that way we have to create a network. So my dear friends, my sincere advice to you all, I am not in that capacity to give the advice, but my suggestion, I can give my suggestions. So please try to create a network of people, and the net worth depends upon network. Whatever net worth, which may be in terms of education, which may be in terms of wealth, which may be in terms of money and all like that. So that always depending upon our network. So my dear friends, only because of my network or whatever network I tried to develop, and because of that I am here today and sharing my thoughts or views with you all. So this is what I have been shared with you. This 7 hour theory of wealth creation. So just you can Google it, my dear friends. इसमें से जो पहले चार R है, so पहले तीन. This is what we can say like active income, and the remaining four is for about the passive income. And my dear friends, don't rely on only active income. So develop your passive income, and passive income will create or make you richer or the wealthier, not only active income. एक्टिव इनकम से सिर्फ घर चल सकता है, आपकी जो अदर जरूरतें है वो पूरी नहीं हो सकती है. सो माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, so now just turn to the remaining four, like a rent. Already I have been shared with you rent, the theory of rent. Then the royalty, you can write some book, you can file some patent so that you can get a royalty. I will be sharing one model of book, how do we think about that and all like. Then the rights, you may be knowing about Coca-Cola, then the PepsiCo or the McD's and all, and what the franchising, basically what they are selling. Franchising means what? They are selling the rights to the person who want to start their franchise, and the returns already have been shared with you. So these all are the ways of earning a passive income. And wherein the rate means if you are selling some product, you are getting profit, but you are not getting a multiple times product profit. The remuneration, as we know, doctors or the trainers like me, we are getting. Under replications, we have to replicate number of times so that we can generate a more profit. So this is what, dear friends, kind of the 7 hour theory. So you can implement this, and you have to focus on next 4 hours for or to become a entrepreneur or to enter into the field of entrepreneurship. Now, as we know, dear friends, some of the, as we know, mutual funds via SIP. So simply as you may be knowing, you are also investing, but as an academician, we are not thinking very deeply. So dear friends, this is the time wherein you have to think deeply. If you are investing, whether it is in a good instrument or not, what we are doing exactly when we want to invest in mutual fund, then we are looking how much means profit that kind of mutual fund has given. But dear friends, let us see the fundamental as well. So mutual fund कभी भी खरीदना है तो उसका मैनेजर देखिए, not the name of the mutual fund like SBI का है तो अच्छा है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है. So let's see the manager who is managing that particular mutual fund, and see his previous record, how he has managed a variety of funds till that day or till joining that particular fund, and accordingly we need to go. Because 1% जो ज्यादा प्रॉफिट होता है ना वो भी बहुत मैटर करता है लॉन्ग टर्म में. वी कांट इमेजिन 1%. इवन तो अगर आप प्रॉपर आपका होम लोन को मैनेज करते हो तो आपका होम लोन से आपका घर भी फ्री हो सकता है. तो ये देयर आर सो मेनी थिंग्स आई मे बी शेयरिंग sometime if there may be session on financial management. So that kind of things we can have. So dear friends, this I am not going, and you can see simply I wanted to share with you. You can see if you invest 10,000 monthly for return of 15 CR, and 15 CR for after 35 years. सिंपली यहाँ पे एक कैलकुलेशन दिया है कि आप 1,000 रुपए महीने के इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हो, तो एट द एंड ऑफ 35 ईयर्स आपके पास 1.5 करोड़ रहेगी। बट मुझे मेरे 35 ईयर्स के बाद अगर सपोज मुझे 15 करोड़ चाहिए तो मुझे 10,000 करना पड़ेगा। सिंपली यहाँ से भी कैलकुलेट करोगे तो इफ माई एज इज 35, सो यू हैव 25 ईयर्स, सो 25 ईयर्स है तो यहाँ पे कितना होगा 32 lakhs। तो डियर फ्रेंड्स, मतलब ये मोटा मोटी कैलकुलेशन है विद द 15%। तो अगर ये 15% रिटर्न तुम जनरेट कर पाए तो 32 lakhs आफ्टर 25 ईयर्स, so 32 lakhs, and just you can multiply by the 10, so obviously there must be 3.2 crore, and that will be sufficient at the age of retirement. So if you are talking about, जैसे मैंने मेरा रिटायरमेंट का मेरे सिंपल मॉडल दिया कि एक ही इंस्ट्रूमेंट में थोड़ा जाएंगे ना तुम। if you are talking about share market and trading, there are certain techniques like a price action theory or whatever you can think and you can learn about that. So you must generate or you must double your whatever investment within a 2 years. Some of the people are doubling their investment within a year as well. So they have such kind of strategy. They are earning their bread and butter from that as well. And Mumbai is known for the same. But now there is no need of staying in Mumbai for learning these all kinds of the things, because nowadays everything is online. So these kind of the things, and with this chart you can decide at what age how much amount you want, and accordingly you have to invest that. And for investment, dear friends, as you know, you have to work hard, you have to earn more, then and then only you will be able to invest. अगर अपनी सैलरी ही अपने घर की जरूरत है कि इतनी है तो कहाँ इन्वेस्टमेंट का सोचेंगे अपन। तो फॉर दैट we need to have मतलब extra effort so that we will be able to create a wealth. So this is what kind of the things we can have. दिस इज व्हाट म्यूचुअल फंड चाहिए.com से मैंने जैसे बताया था कि SIP कैलकुलेटर थोड़ा सा डाउनलोड करिए, उसमें आपके जरूरतें आपकी अमाउंट पुट करिए, एंड देन अकॉर्डिंगली यू कैन प्रोसीड. So simply I like this slide very much. My boss arrived at work in a brand new Lamborghini. I said, "Oh, what's an amazing car!" And as we say always, as I am witness for the same, you may be witness for the same. And he replied, "If you work hard, put all your hours in, and strive for excellence, I will get another one next year." Who will get, dear friends? To the entrepreneurs, not to the employee. So that is why be a employer, don't be. So just try to shift. अभी ऐसा नहीं बोलूंगा कि don't be, ऐसा नहीं. Try to shift from employee to employer so that we can enjoy such kind of glory and all. So this kind of benefit we may get once we strive or once we enter into domain of entrepreneurship. So my dear friends, this slide, so you can take a screenshot of this slide, or you may be having this slide. So yes, so you have to think on earning, never depend on single income. Make investment to create a second source. So dear friends, invest your money so that you can, just like I am telling you, when I enter into government job, so for 12 months, around for 1 year, because of certain government procedure, I was not getting salary, but I enjoyed in a same manner, in a similar way, only because of what I have invested in my previous 10 years, and out of which I was getting as a my second income. So my dear friends, think like that. On spending, what you can say, if you buy things you do not need, soon you will have to sell things you need. My dear friends, simply we need to think. है ना कि पहले पहले बहुत अच्छा लगता है कि 10 ब्लेजर खरीदूं, 20 ब्लेजर खरीदूं, इतने शर्ट्स उतने शर्ट्स। आज समझ गया मैं कि दैट इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड एट ऑल। घर में पता ही नहीं चलता अपने को अपन ने कब लास्ट टाइम यूज किया था करके। सो वाई टू लेट अस थिंक कि 2,000 रुपए का शर्ट खरीदने से अच्छा जिसकी जरूरत ही नहीं है, वो 2,000 रुपए इन्वेस्ट करिए ना। कल जाके जब जरूरत होगा तुम तब 4,000 का 5,000 का भी खरीद सकते हो। So in that way we need to think, we need to be just like a entrepreneur. मैं ऐसा नहीं बोलूंगा कि कुछ मत करिए, ऐसा नहीं करना है, वैसा नहीं करना है, सब करिए, but at that moment we should have second thought. My brother is doctor. He said me when I just bought my new car. At that moment he said, "Arey, why you are मतलब investing your 4-5 lakhs more? So just you invest into the market." But I convinced him it is my necessity, because now I want safety. And in my earlier car there was no airbag, the facility of airbag, and only because of that I just exchange, or I have changed and I spent for that. Because always you cannot think only for earning and investment and return and all. And because of that, most of the entrepreneur are using, when I studied them, they are using Mercedes, they are using Audi, Jaguar only for their safety, not for showing how they are wealthier. Dear friends, it is for their safety only. So think like that. So yeah, on saving, do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. which I have shared with you on taking risk. Never taste the depth of river with both the feet. है ना, जब जितने भी है सब अपने पास वो सब डाल दो. अपन बहुत बार सुनते हैं कि मार्केट में लोग बहुत सारे सुसाइड करते हैं. क्यों करते हैं वो? क्योंकि अपने पास है ना, उससे भी ज्यादा कहीं मार्केट से बोरो करते हैं और वो भी डालते हैं उसमें, जबकि उसको उनका रिटर्न ही नहीं पता कितना आने वाला है करके. सो एज ए एंटरप्रेन्योर डोंट टेक रिस्क लाइक दैट, है ना. लेकिन ऐसा भी मत करिए कि कभी ये रिस्क ना लेने के लिए कभी मैं मेरे लाइफ में मतलब एज अ फैकल्टी से लेकर एंटरप्रेन्योर बनू ही ना. Even the dear friends, I have tested these all things. I am not only academician, I am an entrepreneur as well. And I am going to again starting certain new ventures. I am going to enter into the agricultural domain. So this kind of entrepreneurship or the enterprise we can think earlier or till date I have two ventures and I am running that. So this kind of things we can have. So on investment, do not put all eggs in one basket. So this is what kind of mistake we are doing. So when I was initiator in trading and all like that, so at that moment मतलब मुझे कुछ knowledge ही नहीं था, तो मैं चाहता था अरे ये अच्छी कंपनी इसमें डाल दो, ये अच्छी कंपनी है. Then ultimately I realized कि what kind of wrongs are there, because what we are thinking कि मेरे को एक साल में डबल होना चाहिए. कभी कभी तो लोग सोचते हैं कि महीना भर में डबल होना चाहिए. ऐसा कहीं होता नहीं है. तो वी हैव टू थिंक कि रियलिटी क्या है, फैक्ट क्या है. वी हैव टू लर्न फ्रॉम आवर अप्स एंड डाउन. सो जैसे मैं बताया कि मतलब मेरा जो पोर्टफोलियो था, मैं जैसे कि मेरा 5 लाख का पोर्टफोलियो तो मैंने 2.5 लाख में भी देखा. बट देन विथ सर्टेन जस्ट नॉलेज और विथ सर्टेन गेनिंग ऑफ नॉलेज, नाउ आई कम बैक and just I started earning from the same amount which I have invested way back. So in that way you can think, everyone can think and you can proceed and all. So this is what kind of things every entrepreneurs do. So as we know you can have your asset allocations. So this is what kind of idea I wanted to share about entrepreneurship. And in next 15 minutes I will be talking somewhat about product development. Yeah, as an entrepreneurs, another topic is startup. So while thinking for startup, what kind of or how to develop our product or services. So being academician, I will be sharing one of the best thing for you, my dear friends, as my CV read by organizer. So really till date, I have written 20 books. So this is what the old CV, 20 books, and I have edited more than 50 like. So and with even the international publishers and all, I am just recently my one of the book chapter has is accepted in elsewhere. So these all kinds of things we can have. So my dear friends, I have developed one business model on by studying what exactly RS Agrawal is doing. So when I was in graduation, when I was preparing for CDSC or the NDA, I have qualified 5 times UPSC examination as a CDSC and NDA. So at that moment, and again one more is ground duty officers course for the Air Force and all. So at that moment, I was using this RS Agrawal, and when I enter into the domain of teaching for IAS or IPS or the UPSC or MPSC, at that moment I realized I bought number of books. And when I analyze what kind of difference is there in every book, I found nothing. Things are same. If we are talking about quantitative aptitude, तो अपने को जो 10वीं तक मैथमेटिक्स है ना, वही उस बुक में है. सारे बुक में कोई भी उठा लो तुमको सब दिखेगा. मैंने भी लिखा है बुक हिमालय पब्लिकेशन में, उसमें भी वही चीजें है. बस थोड़ा सा लिखने का ढंग, मॉडिफिकेशन, ये वो सब अलग होता है. क्योंकि नया कुछ नहीं है बुक में. अपन एकदम कन्फेस कर देते हैं कि वी आर इंटरप्रेटिंग द एग्जिस्टिंग थिंग इन अ डिफरेंट वे. We are not doing research while writing a book. What we are doing, we are trying to make it simple so that जो भी आपके रीडर्स है, जो भी आपके प्रिपेयरिंग करने वाले स्टूडेंट्स है, उनको वो अच्छी तरीके से समझे. So now I will be sharing one model, and the same model I am going to implement soon. Because I have modified a book on quantitative aptitude with my one of the students. Now he has CAT score 99.99, and he is studying with NITI Mumbai. And we together completed one project on quantitative aptitude book. Earlier I had a book. Now he has thoroughly revised that book, and soon it will be coming to the market. And now, dear friends, see, think about the RS Agrawal, what he is doing. सिंपली मैं आपको एक बुक का एक मॉडल बताता हूँ कि जैसे कि है ना कि ये भी एक एंटरप्राइज ही है. कि एक अगर सपोज इसकी एक बुक की प्राइस जो है 750 रुपीज है. So as a royalty, how much he is earning? 75 rupees if one book is just sold out. So consider he is selling 1000 copies. So how much he will be able to earn 75,000 per 75,000 for the 1,000 copies. Now just simply you can think ki is he only selling 1,000 copies for a single book? Answer is no. 1,000 तो मुझे लगता है नागपुर में ही जाती होंगी, साल भर का भी सोचेंगे तो इतने कितने सारे शहर्स है पूरे इंडिया में। किसी ने भी जिसने पढ़ा भी नहीं ना, उसको भी पूछा कि क्वांटिटेटिव एप्टीट्यूड का बुक कौन सा यूज करना, तो बोल देता है आर एस अग्रवाल। इतना उनका नाम फेमस हो गया है अभी। तो यू कांट इमेजिन में 1,000 नहीं लाखों में कॉपी जाती होंगी। और मैं सिर्फ रॉयल्टी की बात किया, दे आर नॉट ओनली गेटिंग अ रॉयल्टी, दे आर अ पार्टनर विद एसचान and they might be earning not only 10%, they might be earning 50% out of the profit, because he knows he has a copyright of that book, and that is why they are doing partnership with the publishers and all. So dear friends, and now what he did, अगर मैंने तो एक ही बुक की बात किया था जिसमें मैं सिंपल बात किया कि 75,000 पर एनम। डियर फ्रेंड्स, उसने क्या किया, सेम अपनी जो मेंटालिटी रहती है ना स्टूडेंट्स की, अपनी जो कि यार अपन हमेशा जो बोलते हैं कि मेरे को अगर सपोज पीओ की एग्जाम देना है तो उस बुक पे लिखना चाहिए कि दिस बुक इज फॉर पीओ। अगर मुझे सपोज एक आदि सीडीएसई एनडीए देना है तो लिखा रहता है कि दिस बुक इज फॉर सीडीएसई और एनडीए। अगर मुझे कोई जीपैट प्रिपेयर करना है तो जीपैट लिख के चाहिए, मेरे को नेट है तो नेट लिख के चाहिए, मुझे कोई इसका बेसिक बुक नहीं चाहिए। जैसे अपने स्टूडेंट्स भी करते हैं, जैसे मेरे बीई के स्टूडेंट्स करते थे कि सर बी फर्स्ट सेम का मतलब उसमें फर्स्ट सेम लिख के चाहिए, मैंने अगर कोई बड़ा बुक दे दिया जिसमें दोनों भी सेम है वो नहीं चाहिए था उनको। विद दैट मेंटेलिटी व्हाट ही इज डूइंग, जितना इसके बुक पे लिखा है ना, he made one book for all examination. After that what he has done, what he is doing nowadays, for every exam he has created separate book based on that particular syllabus. तो अपने आप बच्चे पता है क्या करते हैं, थोड़ा सा मैं बताऊंगा बिकॉज आई एम इनटू दैट फील्ड। तो ये भी बुक उनके पास रहता है, अगर कहीं लिखा है कि दिस इज फॉर पीओ तो वो भी आर एस अग्रवाल का ही बुक खरीद के लाते हैं, इसमें भी वही कंटेंट मिलता है, उसको भी वही कंटेंट। सो यू कैन इमेजिन डियर फ्रेंड्स, एक बुक के 10 डिफरेंट बुक करना है, लिखा तो एक ही बार है, एंड यू कैन इमेजिन ही इज अर्निंग 7.5 लाख पर एनम। ये तो मैंने सिंपल बताया, ही इज अर्निंग इन क्रोर्स, ही माइट बी अर्निंग 7 crores पर एनम। एंड व्हाट ही हैज ओनली, कुछ नहीं है, नथिंग। अगर उन्होंने देखा नाउ ही हिज सन आल्सो जॉइन विथ हिम, एंड ओनली व्हाट ही हैज डन, जब मैं बताया ना मेरे पास जब पहला बुक था, इट वाज इन 2001 नहीं जस्ट 1999 व्हेन आई वाज प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर एनडीए। छोटू सा बुक था अराउंड 300 पेजेस का, एंड नाउ यू कैन थिंक उनका जो बुक है अभी भी मेरे पास यहाँ पे होगा वो 1000+ पेजेस का है। व्हाट ही हैज डन, कंसेप्ट वही है, चीजें वही रखी है उसमें, जो एग्जाम में जो क्वेश्चंस आता था वो उसमें उठा के डाल दिया, उसको मस्त साइटेशन दिया, उसको सॉल्व करना तो वो तो छोटा बच्चा भी करता है, 10वीं तक का कोई भी करेगा। लेंथ नाउ इंक्रीजिंग डे बाय डे, विद दैट प्राइस आल्सो इंक्रीजिंग। इफ प्राइस इंक्रीजिंग, लेंथ इंक्रीजिंग, what does it mean? Profit of the author and profit of the publisher also increasing. So let's take the benefit out of it. So my dear friends, simply we can develop our own model, or we can thought like such type of products so that we can generate what kind of profit we are expecting. So my dear friends, think for small things as well. यही entrepreneurship है, nothing rather than that. So you can see जिनकी बात कर रहा था, एक ही बुक अभी उसको अलग अलग लैंग्वेज में क्या कर रहे हैं, उसको नए नए नाम क्या दे रहे हैं, मराठी है मराठी, हिंदी है हिंदी, कोई तो भी किसी को ऐड कर देने का वो कर लेता है। जैसे मॉर्निंग में आई एम शेयरिंग विथ यू कि मेरा एक एचआर का बुक है, ह्यूमन रिसोर्स मैनेजमेंट का, अभी मैं कुछ भी काम करने के लिए मेरे पास समय नहीं है। तो मुझे पब्लिशर ने बोल दिया कि सर यू वांट टू रिवाइज दिस बुक। मैंने एक मुझे लगा कि एक वन ऑफ द फैकल्टी इज देयर, शी इज कंसिस्टेंटली इन कनेक्शन विथ मी कि शी वांट टू राइट बुक, शी वांट टू पब्लिश बुक, सो आई हैव गिवन सेम टास्क टू हर, you can join with me. I want 100% modification for this particular book as per the requirement of publisher. She is ready, I am also ready. So that kind of project we can have. Even though you can see so many books by the S Chan, अभी वो पुराने हो गए अभी, लेकिन अभी भी उसकी जरूरत है वो बुक क्योंकि अपने को पता है फंडामेंटल बुक्स है, बट अगर उसमें नए लोग जुड़ जाएंगे तो नए तरीके से नई चीजें उसमें ऐड कर सकते हैं। तो इन दैट वे वी नीड टू फाइंड आउट अपॉर्चुनिटीज कि how do we enter into any of the things. So my dear friends, this is what one kind of take home lesson I want to share with you. So this is what RS Agrawal, just मैंने गूगल में नाम डाल दिया और वहां का ये पेज है। तो you can think, you can just imagine what I have been shared with you about him, and this is what my page, मैंने just एक मेरा नाम डाल दिया बुक गूगल पे और नीलेश उगम के बुक्स लिखा, तो these all are the books which I have written. इसमें से कुछ नहीं होंगे जो कुछ किसी के आए होंगे, बट यू कैन सी जस्ट सिंपली मैंने डाल के देखा कि क्या आता है अपना। तो दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स वी कैन एंजॉय, वी मस्ट हैव एन ऑल लाइक दैट। So dear friends, we have to proceed with such type of the products. And then I am not sharing a lot about the marketing management. As we know, there are so many tricks, techniques how to do the marketing. सिंपल अगर मैं ये बुक की मार्केटिंग का बताऊँ तो सिंपल चीज है कि वी आर गेटिंग सेशंस ऑन वेराइटी ऑफ द टॉपिक्स. सो वी मस्ट डिलीवर सेशंस इफ 200 पार्टिसिपेंट्स आर देयर. सिंपल चीज है, 200 में से 100 तुम्हारा बुक खरीद ही लेंगे. 100 खरीद लिया मतलब यू कैन इमेजिन 500 रुपीज का बुक है, 250 रुपये तुम्हारा प्रॉफिट है उसमें से. 100 × 250 रुपये कितने में पड़ा तुमको सेशन? सेशन फ्री में दे दीजिए ना. किसी को मत बोलिए कि मेरे को सेशन के पैसे चाहिए. बट यस आई हैव सीन, आई बॉट नंबर ऑफ टाइम्स बुक्स लाइक दैट. ये एक ऑथर है, वो अपना स्पीच दे रहा है, अपने टेक्निक्स बता रहा है, बाहर उसका सेलिंग लगा हुआ है. कभी कभी मतलब 100 ही नहीं, 100, 200, 500 ऐसे भी कॉपीज जाते हैं. तो इन दैट पर्सपेक्टिव एक बार तुम्हारी कॉपी किसी के पास चली गई तो दे आर फ्लोटिंग, अरे दिस इज अ गुड बुक, दिस इज अ गुड बुक. सो इन दैट वे वी हैव टू थिंक फॉर मार्केटिंग. ये जो सारे टेक्निक्स है ना, ये प्रोडक्ट के लिए काम में आएंगे, वो भी कर सकते हैं. एंड डियर फ्रेंड्स, वी कैन हैव अ वेरी ग्रेट एग्जांपल ऑफ जेफ बेजोस, who is the owner of Amazon, and we can see and now he is just richest among the world. And we can witness his journey of 22 years or the 23 years, and now how he become a millionaire. And this is what the effort, which kind of effort, and everyone knows कि अगर कोई भी चीज खरीदना है तो हम सबसे पहले तो Amazon पे क्लिक करते हैं. We are not going with the Tata click, we are not going with the Flipkart and all. So we have to create our brand. सो ब्रांड जैसे मैं पहले बात किया था आर.एस. अग्रवाल की, ऐसे ही बात है, मतलब इन्होंने अमेजन का एक ब्रांड क्रिएट किया है. तो माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, वी हैव टू क्रिएट आवर आइडेंटिटी, एंड दैट इज व्हाट रियली इंपॉर्टेंट इन एनी ऑफ द डोमेन. So this is what kind of the things they have, मतलब how they manage their supply chains and all, and how मतलब they minimize the defect in their supply chain. So dear friends, just learn some of the technique like quality circle, implement in your organization. Learn some of the technique like a Kaizen, Six Sigma, Ishikawa. Then there are Kanban. So there are so many techniques, and really these all techniques we can implement in our academics as well. We are thinking these all techniques are only for the industry, like a PDCA, plan, do, check, act. Let us implement the action research. Action research is the one of the best technique most of the industry is applying. Why not we in academics? So it's a very good technique. If there is some problem in the industry, what they are doing, they are calling some external consultant, and this comes in one of the branch of management that is called as OD, organizational development. So that external consultant gives certain suggestion, they are implementing, and after a certain period of time they are analyzing, is really problem resolved or not. If not resolved, again he is giving certain suggestions, again they are continuing with that, and after that matlab, this is what kind of the thing is continuing, and that is why the name is called the action research. Why we are not implementing such things in academics? Really, we don't have any problem? We have lot of problems, but we are not thinking at all, because we have to go ahead with the routine mindset. वही mindset रहता है, as we know, we all are facing कि why it is required, ऐसे बहुत सारे फॉर्मेट आते हैं अपने पास, ये सब आते हैं, but nobody is talking to our higher ups. अपने हेड्स के साथ बात करो तो वो बोलते हैं कि प्रिंसिपल ने दे दिया, हमको करना ही है. अरे व्हाई? कई बेंचमार्क तो सेट करो माय डियर फ्रेंड्स. लेट अस सेट बेंचमार्क. ये बेंचमार्क तक आ गए ना, तो अभी तुम्हारा स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन हो गया. व्हाई टू थिंक फॉर द सेम थिंग, व्हाई टू डू द सेम थिंग रिपीटेटिवली? इसके बाद का कुछ करो ना. And that is what brainstorming karo before launching any of the thing. Let us have a meeting, let us have a session on brainstorming. Let us take the ideas from everyone, and no idea is wrong, and out of which you can think which one is the best one, and then you can proceed with that. Why to waste time? Because time is money, है ना, अपन जो बोलते हैं ना, because that is what the same asset everyone has, and उसी को अगर multiply करेंगे तो my dear friends, you will be successful in your entrepreneurship, or you must succeed in your life as well. So this is what we required, even though you can see some of the lessons from Amazon. Means put yourself in customer shoes. अपन पता है अपने अपन हायर अप हो जाते हैं, हेड ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट. आई वाज आल्सो हेड ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट, और अपन वो सोचते नहीं कि मैं भी एक फैकल्टी था, मेरी क्या तकलीफें थी, है ना. तो एट दैट मोमेंट वी हैव टू थिंक, यस यार, तो दिस काइंड ऑफ प्रॉब्लम विद एवरीवन, है ना. मैं भी जब मतलब डॉक्टरेट किया तो मुझे भी कहीं किसी ने अपॉर्चुनिटी दिया कि तुम जा सकते हो कॉलेज से, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट आई कुड हैव डन. तो मुझे भी मेरे फैकल्टीज को देना पड़ेगा ना. तो मैंने एक सिंपल रूल बना दिया था कि if there is no work at my department or at our department, you can go to the campus. If you want to go for the research, you can. पता है ना उसमें से कितने लोग, पता भी चल जाएगा तुमको, दे कैन एंजॉय, but they are not getting any kind of benefit out of it, but some really want time. So this kind of availability you can give. And at some time my principal asked me, how sir bola, there is no any matlab operational requirement of my faculty, so why do I ask them to stay only here just like idle? So this kind of thing we have to we may be sometimes stringent like that. है ना, we may be able to confess means what convince to our higher ups as well, yes, things can be done, and with that we can proceed. So my dear friends, this is what kind of the thought I wanted to share about entrepreneurship. Some of the thoughts about startups and all that I am skipping. These all things are technical, available on internet as well. And if you want any kind of some of the not suggestions, some of the what we can say discussion with me about this also, definitely I will be ready for that. With this just with some of the slides, just I want to come to my last slide, and wherein I want to share, क्यों डरे कि जिंदगी में क्या होगा, क्यों डरे कि जिंदगी में क्या होगा, हर वक्त क्यों सोचे कि बुरा होगा, बढ़ते रहे बस मंजिलों की ओर, हमें कुछ मिले या ना मिले तजुर्बा तो नया होगा। दोस्तों यही एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप है। एंड विद दिस आई वुड लाइक टू wish you all the best for your whatever venture, for and just think like entrepreneurs, for thinking like entrepreneurs and all. So thank you my dear friends, thank you for listening me, and thank you for invitation as well to the organizer. Thank you. This is what my mobile number or the WhatsApp number and email. So over to organizer. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It was really inspiring, and I think your life is inspiring to the young ones. And now particularly as teachers, we must think of whatever you have said, because the scenario is like this nowadays. That the salary problems are there, and the different other problems are also there. So how to earn money from the other sources if you have the talents and if you are ready to work, basically. इट वॉज रियली इंस्पायरिंग, एंड बहुत सारे एवेन्यूज आपने बताए सर कि जिससे आप आगे बढ़ सकते हैं जिंदगी में. एंड आई एम वेरी मच थैंकफुल टू यू. And dear participants, I hope that at a very high position, Uge Muge sir, because he has so many qualities in him, and he is always willing to share those qualities, those knowledge with us. Thank you so much, sir. You have been inspiring since so long, and you have conducted so many sessions in this STTP. And one thing about you, that you are always ready to cooperate, always ready to help, and the moldability and flexibility is also very important in life, and you have always cooperated me also. And thank you very much, sir.
Ma'am, thank you for nice words, ma'am. I can if some participants have one or two questions,
Yes,
so I
sir.
can
Yes,
take.
sir. Yes.
So one or two questions. I think we have enough time. So
hello sir, may I ask the question?
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
sure. Anyone can.
सर सध्या असं आहे की जवळपास सगळ्याच प्रायव्हेट कॉलेजमध्ये 6-8 महिने सॅलरी नाही होत.
हो सर, हो.
आणि सगळ्यांचे होम लोन किंवा कुठल्या लोनचे EMI लागलेले आहेत.
येस सर, येस.
तर सर, आणि इन्व्हेस्टमेंट तर दूरची गोष्ट आहे, कुठले स्टार्टअप करणं पण डिफिकल्ट होतं. अशा वेळी तुम्ही कसं सजेस्ट कराल की हाऊ टू बॅलन्स द अवेलेबल फंड्स? कारण असं ऍझ्युम करावं लागतं की पुढचे 4 महिने पगार होणार नाही, आणि सध्या जे काही आपल्याकडे शिल्लक असेल त्यात EMI, घर चालवणं, इन्व्हेस्टमेंट, याच्यातून सावरून नवीन काय सुरू करू शकतो इन्कमचं, अपार्ट फ्रॉम म्युच्युअल फंड अँड शेअर मार्केट?
येस सर, येस. बघा सर, आपल्याकडे आता एक तर लिमिटेड रिसोर्सेस आहे, मान्य आहे आपल्याकडे. पण सर आपण जर समजा सपोज एक तर थोडस आणखी, पण आता आपल्याला माहिती नाही की ही सिच्युएशन केव्हा चांगली होती, म्हणून आपण फक्त वाट बघणे हीच एक, मला तरी वाटत नाही की आपण त्यासाठी फक्तच वाट बघायला पाहिजे. ऍट द सेम मोमेंट एक तर समजा ठीक आहे, आपल्याकडे आपण प्रोएक्टिव्ह अप्रोच असेल, जसं मी मागच्या पण सेशन मध्ये बोललो सर की व्हेन आय एंटर इन टू इंजिनिअरिंग कॉलेज इन 2010, ऍट दॅट मोमेंट आय रिअलाइज की द थिंग्स विल बी मतलब देर इज अ सायकल, है ना. म्हणजे एक सायकल आहे. बट तुम्हाला पण माहिती आहे की इंजिनिअरिंग देन शिफ्टेड टू फार्मसी, नाव फार्मसी विल बी शिफ्टेड टू अगेन पुन्हा इंजिनिअरिंग किंवा मेडिकल जे काही येतील. तर दिस इज व्हॉट काइंड ऑफ द सायकल. आणि मी थोडंसं म्हटलं की आय केम फ्रॉम मॅनेजमेंट अँड मॅनेजमेंट फ्रॉम बेस्ट इन्स्टिट्यूशन्स. तर हे थोडंसं एक अप्रोच होता सर, की मार्केटला कसं समजायला पाहिजे, काय करायला पाहिजे. अँड बिकॉज ऑफ दॅट जस्ट आय डिड, मी तेव्हा काय करू शकत होतो की मी एज्युकेशन घेऊ शकत होतो. मला माहिती आहे की माझ्याकडे तेव्हा पैसे पण नव्हते सर. तर मी काय केलं की माझे मल्टिपल इंटेलिजन्स फक्त म्हणजे मल्टिपल जे काही करता येईल ते करत गेलो मी. आणि बिकॉज ऑफ दॅट मला तर एवढं पण माहिती होतं सर, सेम कंडिशन माझी पण असती जर मी इंजिनिअरिंग कॉलेजमध्ये असतो तर. पण मी त्याच वेळेस मी माझे जे रिसोर्सेस किंवा म्हणजे जे अदर एज्युकेशन होते त्यामुळे काय होत होतं की मला अपॉर्च्युनिटीज मिळत होत्या. इव्हन दो आता पण सर, जसं समजा मी म्हटलं की ट्रेनिंग मध्ये आपला प्रत्येक टीचर येऊ शकतो, पण आपण विचार नाही करत सर. म्हणजे आज एवढ्या सगळ्या ट्रेनिंग ऑर्गनायझेशन आहेत, दे आर रेडी टू पे व्हेरी हेवी अमाऊंट सर. जसं मी MSME ला ट्रेनिंग घेतलं तर फॉर 3 hours दे आर पेइंग 5,000. अँड 5,000 इज नॉट व्हेरी लेस अमाऊंट ना. आणि तुम्हाला महिन्याला किती जास्ती पाहिजे सर? 10,000. 2 संडेला सेशन घ्यायचं ना, काय फरक पडेल सर? म्हणजे दॅट, आणि हे रिसोर्सेस आपल्याला शोधावं लागेल सर, म्हणजे प्रत्येकालाच. आणि ते शोधायसाठी आता आपल्याकडे जे काही लिमिटेड वेळ आहे त्या वेळात आपल्याला मल्टिप्लाय करून डेव्हलप पण करावं लागेल. म्हणजे आज मी तुम्हाला एक सिम्पली सांगतोय सर, माझी मॅरेज अॅनिव्हर्सरी आहे, मी आज बाहेर फिरत असायला पाहिजे होतं. बट आय हॅव सर्टन कमिटमेंट विथ दिस ऑर्गनायझेशन की आय वॉन्ट टू शेअर द थॉट्स सो दॅट विल बी मतलब अप्लिकेबल और दॅट विल बी युटिलाइज. सो दॅट इज वाय आय एम हिअर ना. अदरवाइज आय मस्ट थॉट ना. आय राईट सर? सो इन दॅट वे वी कॅन थिंक की आजच आपल्याला उद्याचा विचार करणे गरजेचं आहे की माझ्या पुढे पुढे काय येणार. तर मला खूप जण म्हणायचे सर की बेसिकली आय डिड माय फर्स्ट PhD इन फिजिक्स अँड फिजिक्स इज द बेस्ट सब्जेक्ट. देर आर प्लेंटी ऑफ अपॉर्च्युनिटीज. असं नाही की माझ्याकडे अपॉर्च्युनिटी नव्हत्या, बट ऍट द सेम टाइम आय थॉट की नाही, आय हॅव टू गो फॉर द सेकंड. अँड बिकॉज ऑफ सेकंड डॉक्टरेट नाव आय एम गेटिंग अपॉर्च्युनिटीज इन ट्रेनिंग. अदरवाइज मला नसते मिळालं ना सर. म्हणजे एक फिजिक्सवाला त्याला बोलवायला लोकांना एक क्वेश्चन मार्कच येतो की त्याला मी कसं काय बोलवेन बा म्हणून. आय राईट सर? How you can speak on motivation and all. And now I am a basically management grad and I took benefit out of it sir. Even though म्हणजे मी तुम्हाला आजच नाही सर, म्हणजे मी जेव्हा MSc केलं, मी MSc I was third merit of the university. At the same time I went for MBA. म्हणजे मी माझं नेट सेट करत बसण्यापेक्षा मी सर 2 वर्ष सगळ्यात पहिले MBA करून घेतला. की मला काय, तर मला माहिती होतं की माझ्याकडे एक मल्टिपल अपॉर्च्युनिटीज फक्त क्रिएट करायची आहे. आणि मग मी जसंही
स्किल्स आणि कोर्सेस हवे केलेले पाहिजे.
हा येस सर, ते करायला पाहिजे आणि करत राहायला पाहिजे. इव्हन दो सर ISO ऑडिटर म्हणून आपण जाऊ शकतो. आपण अशा खूप सगळ्या एजन्सीज आहेत सर, त्यांना फार गरज आहे. स्किल इंडिया, मी आता रिसेंटली आय केम टू नो अबाउट स्किल इंडिया. आपण स्किल इंडियामध्ये असेसर असू शकतो. आपण ट्रेनर फॉर मतलब वी कॅन कंडक्ट ट्रेनिंग फॉर ट्रेनर्स. सर अशा ठिकाणी तर आपल्याला म्हणजे वी कॅन हॅव कन्सल्टन्सी अपॉर्च्युनिटीज. तर आपण, आणि इव्हन जसं तुमच्याकडे तर फार्मसीमध्ये माझ्याकडे फार मस्त मॉडेल होतं. म्हणजे फार्मसीवाल्यांना तर दे हॅव द प्लेंटी ऑफ अपॉर्च्युनिटीज. म्हणजे त्यांना इव्हन दो दे कॅन स्टार्ट देअर ओन स्टोअर, किंवा ते तुम्ही म्हणजे समजा साधी गोष्ट आहे सर की आपण जसं घरी सर्व्हिस पण देऊ शकतो लोकांना. आपल्याला माहिती आहे मार्केटमध्ये, मी साधा, माझा भाऊ डॉक्टर आहे, त्याच्या बाजूला जर मी मेडिसिन घ्यायला गेलो तरी पण स्वतः वर्धेला 1 रुपया पण डिस्काउंट देत नाही. पण आज जर आपल्याला माहिती आहे की फार्मसीमध्ये दे आर अर्निंग 35% प्रॉफिट. एकदम माहिती आहे सर आपल्याला सगळ्यांना, एव्हरीवन नोज ना. पण त्यातले त्यांना 5% पण लोकांना द्यायची नाही ना. So we can start sir ki we can give 10% and you people have the license and all like that. You can have. म्हणजे सगळेजण करू शकतो आपण. जर समजा सेकंड गोष्ट सर, आपण तुम्ही 10% 20% पासून सुरू करा ना, थोडा कमी मिळेल.
ते सर कधी कधी असं होतं की कम्फर्ट झोनच्या बाहेर निघायचा कंटाळा येतो किंवा तो बॅरियर एकदा तोडला ना की
येस अँड दॅट इज व्हॉट द सर बिगेस्ट हर्डल इन एव्हरीवन्स लाईफ. आता तुम्हाला मी एक साधं एक्झाम्पल सांगतो. माय ब्रदर, ही इज वर्किंग विथ ONGC इन अ व्हेरी सिनियर कपॅसिटी. म्हणजे ॲज अ मॅनेजर फायर इन ONGC, यू कॅन इमॅजिन हाऊ मच सॅलरी इज गेटिंग अँड हाऊ मच काइंड ऑफ कम्फर्ट ही हॅज. But recently, 2 days back, he has given an interview to the UPSC and now he is selected as a deputy director of NFSC, National Fire Service College. So why he want to shift ना sir? मतलब इतना अच्छा सब लाइफ है, फिर भी कुछ नया फ्लेवर तो देखना है ना. And while doing his job, what he has done his LLB, he has done his LLM, he has done MIRPM, he has written 3-4 books. When he was working with industry, can you imagine?
Yeah.
Means the people and one thing is that sir, we must have surrounding like that. That is what that is what we require, and otherwise we have to create the surrounding like that. ये भी एक बहुत जरूरी है सर.
Yes, I do agree with this.
क्रिएट भी करना चाहिए.
येस सर.
आणि आपण ते करत नाही सर. आपल्याकडे काय असतं, आपलं हेजिटेशन आहे की मी का देणार. म्हणजे मला जर 4 गोष्टी माहिती पडल्या ना, तर मी देत नाही सर कधी कोणाला. म्हणजे कारण ही आपली सवय होऊन जाते. म्हणजे
हो,
असं
हो.
लपून ठेवतात ना, अरे यार एखादी छोटी छोटी गोष्ट ती मला कुठून तरी माहिती पडेलच. आणि आज इंटरनेट सर एवढं मोठं आहे की कशाचीच गरज नाही, माझी इथे कुणालाच गरज नाहीये. मी काय केलंय की आय कलेक्टेड, म्हणजे जे काही माझा थ्रू एक्सपिरियन्स आहे तेच मी शेअर केलंय ना. मी काही
बिलकुल.
नवीन काही शेअर थोडं केलं, कुणीच नवीन करत नाही सर. इवन दो वी आर नॉट शेअरिंग न्यू थिंग टू अवर स्टुडंट्स, वाय देयर इज रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ टीचर, पण वी आर देअर ना स्टिल. Otherwise, now we can have lecture from the NITs or IITs. Swayam is there. Swayam platform is there. Whatever course I am teaching, the same course is available on Swayam. Why there is a requirement of me and why to मतलब I should be paid by the government ना. आणि सर ही
बरोबर.
गोष्ट आपण टीचरनी पण लक्षात घ्यायला पाहिजे की आफ्टर सर्टन पिरियड ऑफ टाइम हे सर फार कमी होईल. जसं UAE मध्ये मॉडेल आहे, म्हणजे दुबईमध्ये आपल्याला माहिती आहे की तिथे तुम्हाला एक ठीक आहे, एक तुम्हाला मिनिमम सॅलरी आहे, पण जर तुमचा कोर्स तुमच्या स्टुडंटनी सिलेक्ट केला तरच तुम्हाला इन्सेंटिव्ह मिळतील. म्हणजे तुम्हाला
ओके.
यू शुड बी पॉप्युलर, युअर कोर्स मस्ट बी ऑफ दॅट लेवल. तर हे जर आज त्यांच्याकडे तर उद्या आपल्याकडे येऊ शकतात ना सर. म्हणजे
बिलकुल.
आपण आजच आपल्याविषयी विचार करायला पाहिजे की उद्या ही सिच्युएशन जर माझ्याकडे आली तर मी काय करायचं मग. मे बी द थिंग्स मे हॅपन लाईक दॅट. आपण काय मग आपण नेहमी लक्षात ठेवतो का संघटना आणि ह्या हे जसं की आमच्याकडे खूप असतं गव्हर्नमेंटमध्ये. सो दिस इज नॉट काइंड ऑफ द सोल्युशन वी कॅन हॅव. वी हॅव टू थिंक प्रोएक्टिव्हली.
सगळ्यात पहिले तर सर ऍटिट्यूड आणि माइंडसेट चेंज करायला पाहिजे असं मला वाटतं.
बरोबर
फार
आहे.
गरज आहे.
फार
म्हणजे
गरज
आता
आहे.
जे एक्झिस्टिंग टीचर्स आहेत त्यांना पण खूप गरज आहे. म्हणजे आता मी काही खूप मोठी नाही आहे, आय एम जस्ट अ मीडिओकर टीचर, बट थ्रू द एक्सपिरियन्स आय कॅन टेल यू दॅट देर इज अ नीड टू चेंज. when I just see the youngsters, मतलब 10-12-15 वर्षांनी जे लहान आहेत माझ्यापेक्षा आणि जे टीचर्स टीचिंग प्रोफेशन मध्ये आहेत, त्यांना मला अगदीच कळकळीने सांगावं असं वाटतं की यू हॅव टू चेंज युअर माइंडसेट and attitude must be changed. And then they compare that I'm earning so less and somebody is earning more, and somebody is doing this, somebody is doing that, but then you have also the opportunities. Why can't you do that, है ना?
आणि
आता सर हा
मी नेहमी माझ्या कलिगला तेच म्हणायचो, इफ यू आर नॉट सॅटिस्फाईड विथ दिस ऑर्गनायझेशन यू गो टू सम डिफरंट ऑर्गनायझेशन. व्हाय टू ब्लेम टू युअर मॅनेजमेंट. म्हणजे दिस काइंड ऑफ अप्रोच वी हॅव टू डेव्हलप. आपल्याला वाटतं की आपण अंडर पेड आहे, बट मग तुम्ही जिथे कुठे तुम्ही एकदम म्हणजे हायली पेड आहे तिथे जायला पाहिजे ना आपण. यू हॅव टू थिंक फॉर दॅट ना, किंवा नाही मला म्हणजे असंच मग. आणि आपण ते ब्लेम करण्यात आपला फार मोठा वेळ घालवतो सर.
येस.
आपण तीच जर एनर्जी युटिलाइज केली की चला बा काही गेन करायचं आहे. इव्हन तो मी एक काल कुठेतरी एक सेशन ऐकत होतं की नाउ डेज रिअली हेल्थ इज इसेन्शियल. आता तुम्हाला हेल्थ पण मेंटेन करायची आहे, तुम्हाला वेळ पण तुमचा मॅनेज करायचा आहे, तर हाऊ डू यू मॅनेज लाईक दॅट. सो दॅट आय वॉज डुईंग ड्युरिंग द COVID-19 की whenever I just went for the walk, I used to just listen some of the session on YouTube. सिंपली मस्त माझा 1 तास जायचा, 2 तास जायचे. आता मी ते पुन्हा सेम आय थॉट की यार ये तो स्पीकर भी वही बोल रहे हैं. मतलब दॅट इज व्हॉट वी आर डुईंग बेसिकली. आपण करू शकतो. तर आपण या गोष्टींवर खूप फोकस करणं गरजेचं आहे. आणि प्रत्येक वेळेस कसं आहे, वेळेनुसार मी खूप जणांना तेच सांगतो सर. मी जेव्हा तुमच्याकडे आलो होतो ना, आय वॉज रिअली फ्रस्ट्रेटेड. मॅम नोज की मी न जेवण करता 2 वाजता मी तुमच्याकडे पोहोचलो होतो, 2-2:15 वाजता, आणि मी 5-1 वाजता माझं सेशन सुरू झालं होतं तुमच्या कॅन्टीन मध्ये काहीतरी थोडं जाऊन. बट आय नेव्हर फ्रस्ट्रेटेड ऑर आय हॅवंट शोन द फ्रस्ट्रेशन टू एनीवन. मी कुणाला शो नाही केलं सर. अँड बिकॉज ऑफ दॅट नाऊ आय एम कनेक्टेड विथ यू ऑल. अँड अदरवाइज अगर मी ते फ्रस्ट्रेशन माझं शो केलं असतं, मी माझा ऍटिट्यूड दाखवला असता की तुमने तो मेरे को इतने बजे बुलाया, मैं तो ये मी कॅन्टीनला गेलो, मला कळून गेलं सिच्युएशन. म्हणतात ठीक आहे ना, काय एक्सपेक्ट करायचं आहे. तर आपण कुणाकडनं एक्सपेक्टच नाही करायचं सर. म्हणजे स्वतःकडनं फक्त एक्सपेक्ट करायचं. आमच्या बाबा आमट्यांचं एक सेंटेन्स आहे की मला कुणीही जिंकू शकणार नाही, कारण माझी स्पर्धा स्वतःची आहे. आणि मी सर 2007ला ऐकलेलं सेंटेन्स, म्हणजे जे लिहिलेलं होतं तेव्हा त्या कॉलेजमध्ये मला एक प्राइज मिळालं होतं. आज मी तिथेच वर्क करतोय. मी ते म्हणजे रिअलाइज केलं माझ्या लाईफमध्ये. आणि मी ते करता करता ओनली बिकॉज ऑफ दॅट, जेव्हा माझ्याकडे 50 कॅन्डिडेट होते, आज सगळ्यांना माहिती, लोक म्हणतात कॅनव्हासिंग अँड ऑल लाईक दॅट, विदाउट डुईंग एनी काइंड ऑफ थिंग आय एम देअर. माझा भाऊ, मी तुम्हाला सांगितलं, युपीएससीचा इंटरव्ह्यू 12 जण होते सर, 2 पोस्ट होते, त्यांनी एकच पोस्ट घेतली, दुसरी नॉट सुटेबल कॅन्डिडेट म्हणून पोस्ट व्हॅकंट ठेवली. म्हणजे 11तले तेही शॉर्ट लिस्टेड होते का, कुणी मिळू शकत नाही का, दे वेअर क्वालिफाईड, बट व्हॉट काइंड ऑफ पॅरामीटर दे रिक्वायर्ड दॅट वी हॅव टू फुलफिल. आपण करत नाही सर. म्हणजे दॅट इज व्हॉट माय पर्स्पेक्टिव्ह. आय डोंट नो एव्हरीवन इज ऍग्री विथ मी ऑर नॉट.
It seems to be very bitter, but that is the truth, and you have to work on that.
आपण मराठी माणसं अजून कॉकून मध्ये राहिल्यासारखं असतो, बाहेर निघत नाही असं होतं.
हा, आपण बाहेर निघून म्हणजे नवीन पद्धतीने करायलाच बघत नाही.
बिलकुल. थँक्यू
आणि
सर,
सर
थँक्यू.
हे ऑन्टरप्रिनरशिप शी जे रिलेटेड आपण आता जे फॅक्टर्स बघितले किंवा हे दे आर ऍक्च्युअली अप्लिकेबल टू एव्हरीबडीज लाईफ वेदर ही इज अन ऑन्टरप्रिन्युअर ऑर नॉट. फॉर बिईंग सक्सेसफुल एव्हरीथिंग इज रिक्वायर्ड. अँड लोक असं हे करतात की ऑन्टरप्रिनरशिपशी रिलेटेड आहे तर हा प्रोग्राम मला सुटेबल नाही, बट दीज आर द लाईफ स्किल्स ऍक्च्युअली.
मग काही पण शिकत राहायला पाहिजे. म्हणजे मला म्हणजे मी आणखी एक गोष्ट सांगते
येस
की
येस.
मी माझं MBA फक्त HR मध्ये होतं, पण मी तिथे फिनान्सचे पण कुठे लेक्चर ऐकायला जायचो, ऑपरेशन्सचे पण ऐकायचो. इव्हन दो सायंकाळला माझं कॉलेज असायचं 5 म्हणजे ऑलमोस्ट इट वॉज टिल 2, म्हणजे मॉर्निंग 7:30 ते 2 वाजता मी IIM अहमदाबादला जाऊन बसायचो. म्हणजे IIM अहमदाबादला खूप सारे असे पब्लिक साठी ओपन लेक्चर्स असायचे. आय यूज टू गो देअर. म्हणजे मी सकाळी 7ला गेलेला घरी 9 वाजताच जायचो. मग तिथे IIMच्या कॅन्टीन मध्ये बसायचं, तिथनं नवीन मित्र भेटायचे, दोज हू वर डुईंग MBA फ्रॉम IIM, त्यांच्याशी थॉट शेअर करायचे. मग त्यांचीच एक AMA म्हणून अकॅडमी होती, कारण इट इज इस्टॅब्लिश बाय विक्रम साराभाई. त्यांचं जे एक AMA म्हणून अकॅडमी होती, त्यांच्याकडे जाऊन राहायचं. तिथे छान स्पिरिच्युअल्स पण लेक्चर्स असायचे. आता ऍट दॅट मोमेंट माझा काही इन्साइट नव्हता, बट आय ट्राईड टू लर्न. अरे यार किती छान आहे, हे पण तर कळायला पाहिजे.
नवीन शिकण्याचे पण पाहिजे. बरोबर.
येस सर. मग त्यामुळे
थँक्यू सर.
येस त्यामुळे रिडिंग पण चांगली असायला पाहिजे आपली.
येस.
ओके, दीज ऑल आर द आस्पेक्ट्स. आपण खूप साऱ्या गोष्टी गप्पा करू शकतो. थँक्यू फॉर क्वेश्चन. आणखी चला, थँक्यू. पुन्हा कुणाला काहीतरी क्वेश्चन आहे का? अजिंक्य चव्हाण कनेक्टिंग वगैरे दिसत होतं. नाही ना कुणाला क्वेश्चन काही?
If anybody has question, you can ask.
One questions you can ask. Otherwise, it's I think 1:15, so we can wind up.
Yes. Ma'am, please, you can proceed.
Thank you, sir, for your motivating session. From this session, we all understand the concept of money blueprint and also the various plans for how to retire young and rich, how to manage the money and generate the revenue from investments, and also 7R theory of wealth creation with stories, wealth calculation through compounding. You also thrown the light on startup and how to enter in business and become the successful entrepreneur. Thank you, sir. And we all wish you happy anniversary, sir.
Oh, thank you,
Yes,
ma'am.
sir.
Thank you
Many
very
happy
much.
returns of the day, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's sign off. Thank you.
Dear participants,